I have just a few words because you came here to hear Kathy and to hear the presentation. I'm against the use of the death penalty. The last two governors, the present governor and Governor Beshear and Governor Fletcher before him, I had the privilege to meet with him and to speak specifically with him on why it is not appropriate for him to exercise what's within his reach, and that is the implementation of the death penalty. Now, I stand with Blessed John Paul II, and his thinking very much colored and influenced the Catechism of the Catholic Church, not only the one originally issued, but the one revised specifically because of a growing understanding of the death penalty and the reason why it ought not to be used. It's not simply, as our prayer says, because I'm against it because it's the taking of innocent life, even though the death penalty has caused the taking of some people who were innocent. But that's not the reason. The reason that I stand against the death penalty and with, I think, the Church's understanding is that I'm aware that violence will only beget more violence. I spoke about this in Birmingham, Alabama on Sunday night on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of Dr. King's letter from the Birmingham jail. And also the awareness that a culture of death is fed by violence. Is it true that once a life is taken, that person, even guilty, cannot turn away from the error? Of course it is. But it's also true that you and I cultivate in our own lives a sense of error when we take a life, innocent or otherwise. And so the Church's teaching is very refined. I can remember a few years ago that now deceased Cardinal Avery Dulles, some of you know the name of Avery Dulles, he would give very often the Fordham lectures, and he gave one actually on the death penalty. Because he became a cardinal, he would come to the bishop's meeting, and I had the privilege one time of sitting right in front of him. So at the break I said to him, I said, reading the talk that you gave as a lecture on the death penalty was like reading a mystery. I wasn't sure where you were going to end up. We need thoughtful conversation so that people who, because many in our nation don't see anything wrong with the exercise of the death penalty. So we need thoughtful conversation to bring people to understand that the taking of a life, innocent or otherwise, will only beget more violence. And so I'm grateful for this chance to say something before Kathy gives her presentation and also to listen with both of you. God bless you.